go to aoeah.com for all your Apex coin needs and use code DOG3 at checkout for 3% off your purchase. Link in the description. G'day guys, DYLIEDOG here. Now in today's video, it is about time we take a look at the current meta in Apex Legends. So of course, the best way to do that is to do a tier list. Now guys, just to start off with, this is just my opinion, but of course, make sure to let me know down below in the comments section what your opinion is of the current Apex Legend meta. So before we start, let's just quickly go over the tiers and how I'm going to be ranking these legends. So an S tier will be the legends that I believe need a nerf. I believe that they are pretty overpowered and actually need some changes. A tier will be for the legends that I think are perfectly balanced. B tier will be for legends that I think may need a possible rework or maybe the slightest of buffs. C tier will be for legends that need some changes, whether it be a massive rework or a nice buff to a part of their kit. And finally, D tier are the worst, and these legends need attention from Respawn the most. But now guys, let's get into ranking all the legends. Alright guys, so let's get ranking this tier list, and I think we should start with Maggie. So, she's obviously the new legend this season, and I did play her a bit in Control, and I actually thought that her wall hack ability was the main reason why I thought she was quite overpowered. But in actually seeing that quite a lot in Battle Royale and stuff, that actually wasn't her wall hack ability, that was just how Control works. So honestly, I think Maggie's actually quite a balanced legend. Her ultimate is actually quite underpowered though. In saying that, I think Maggie can go in B tier. I don't mind where Maggie's placed at the moment. I thought when she was going to launch, I thought she was going to be incredibly overpowered, but she's actually in a pretty good spot. Maybe a slight buff to her ultimate ability, like I said, would be a great idea by Respawn, but overall she's in a pretty good spot. Let's take a look at Ash. So she obviously was a Season 11 legend last season. Really good legend, in my opinion. I mained her quite a lot last season. I do actually like Ash's kit. She's very good for her team with her ultimate. Her tactical is okay, and her passive is quite good. So I'm actually going to chuck Ash in A tier, because I think she's a very perfectly balanced legend at the moment. I don't think she needs any sort of changes. Ash is perfectly balanced in my opinion. Now in Season 10, obviously we had Seer. So let's rank Seer next. Now, Seer is quite an interesting legend, because I think a lot of people would agree that Seer felt like just a filler legend. He's hardly in the lore. He's really hardly touched in the game. I mean, I guess he got a Season 12 Battle Pass legendary, but it feels like Seer is just very left alone. As a legend, though, I think he's okay, but his pick rate is severely low. I think it's just above Ramparts now, so I think he's second worst. He could actually use a slight buff, but he's definitely not overpowered, so I think B tier is actually a pretty good spot for Seer. Now in Season 9, of course, we got Valk. For a while, I thought she was quite balanced, but now it's starting to get a bit annoying. Valk is a very annoying legend to go up against 1v1. Considering her passive ability really has no sort of cooldown, she can just fly around and she's really hard to hit. Even with aim assist, okay? Oh my god, you don't lock on with your aimbot controller. You know yourself, you bloody PC nerds. Alright, anyway. I actually think Valk is actually a little bit overpowered. I feel like she needs a little bit of a nerf to her passive and maybe a little bit to her ultimate. Maybe just like a cooldown timer on her ultimate. But I'm going to put Valk in S tier. Now in Season 8, we got our Aussie boy in Fuse. Now Fuse has really been interesting. When he came out in Season 8, he was incredibly underpowered. He's probably the worst legend in the game. They've buffed him up quite a bit now, where his ultimate can be used as like a wall hack cheat almost. It's almost like cheating. But yeah, Fuse, I think, is actually in a pretty good spot at the moment. So I think like Maggie, I'm going to put Fuse in B tier. Next up, Season 7 legend, we have Horizon. In Season 7, she launched, and she was quite overpowered, I thought. Now, I think she's one of the most balanced legends in the game, honestly. Her tactical, now that you can hear her and her teammates going up it, hear the little sound trigger most of the time when the audio works in Apex. You can actually hear her go up the thing. But Horizon, I'm going to put in A tier. I think she's a really perfectly balanced legend. In Season 6, we have Rampart. Now, Rampart did receive a buff in Season 10 because she got her heirloom, and Apex were like, ooh, we can cash in on this. Her ultimate is really good, but her tactical needs to be buffed immediately. I feel like her walls being able to be instantly destroyed by the touch of something, it's not good enough. They need to be buffed. Rampart is D tier. There's no need to pick up a Rampart in your team. There's no need for a Rampart. If you need protection, you grab Watson, you grab Caustic, you grab Gibraltar. No team needs a minigun. Just grab a Rampage. I would put Rampart in D tier. She needs some changes. Now, Season 5, we have Loba. She is really balanced now. I think she's really good. Her tactical, I like. Now that they've fixed it and it works, I don't think there's been too many issues with it now. Her ultimate, really good for her team. And I feel like Loba, because she's so good for your team, she's a really good support legend. I feel like she's A tier. I feel like she's quite a balanced legend, Loba. And I like her kit. And I don't personally play Loba, But when I see a Loba on my team, I'm actually quite happy. I'm like, oh great, now I don't have any problems with getting loot and stuff, so I'm happy with Loba putting her in A tier. Season 4, we got Revenant. Now, Revenant's been in an interesting spot. We've obviously seen the Revtane meta, which was a good 3 or 4 seasons worth of Revtane meta. When Respawn saw that, they seemed to just nerf Revenant. I think he's in an okay spot, but I think he'd use a couple of changes, maybe a rework. I'm actually going to put Revenant in C tier for now, because I feel like he needs some changes. There's so many nerfs that have been given to Revenant now. I feel like he needs some actual changes, like a buff or a rework. Even little things like cooldown timers could be changed for Revenant. And I feel like he'd be in an okay spot. But for now, I think Revenant deserves to be in C tier. Now, Crypto. Now, this is very interesting. This is one that was talked about in my last ranking video, my tier list. And I put Crypto all the way down in D tier. Now, the main reason why I did that is because I felt like there was no point picking Crypto when Seer and Bloodhound are in the game. But the fact now that Crypto can have a buff, the fact that he doesn't have to go away from a fight to grab out his drone, so much better. And I feel like Crypto is quite balanced now. I'm going to put him in A tier because I think he's better than the B tier legends. But a little buff I wouldn't be too opposed to with Crypto. Now we have Watson. Now Watson, of course, last season got the mass changes to her, reworks, buffs, all like that. Honestly, really overhyped. I feel like she does need some more changes to her kit. It's very hard with Watson because her win rate is still very high. At the moment, I feel like she could go in C tier. She does need some changes. She needs some more buffs here and there, cooldown timers, stuff like that. Now we get to Octane. Really think he's okay. I don't really have any issue with Octane at the moment. I don't think he needs any mass changes, so I'm going to put Octane in A tier. Now Mirage. And Mirage is very interesting. I don't think he's had any changes since Season 7. Is it 7 or 5? It's one of them. I can't remember. Yeah, sue me. Tell me I'm an idiot in the comment section. But I feel like Mirage is in a weird spot. He's okay, but I feel like he needs some love. He has not received any sort of love in such a long time, Mirage. They seem to leave Mirage alone. And it's very interesting because I don't think he's overpowered. I don't think he's even that good, honestly. He's very good in a 1v1 fight if you're using his ultimate. I'm going to put Mirage in C tier, but he's very close to D tier in my opinion. I feel like he needs some changes. He needs a little bit of love. Come on, guys. Come on, Respawn. Give Mirage a bit of love. He's so potent in all your trailers. Give him a little bit of love in the game. Now we get to Caustic. Now, obviously, he got a big nerf in Season 12 with his his barrels having health points of 150. I've actually gone back to Caustic now as my main. Dude, Caustic's fine. He is a very good legend. He is perfectly fine. The point of people saying, oh, he's nerfed, it's over for Caustic. Don't worry about it. Caustic in A tier. Leave him be. He doesn't need any more nerfs, I don't think. I think he's perfectly fine where he is now. Now let's talk about Bangalore. Now Bangalore's kind of like Mirage on the fact that she just never receives any sort of love. But it's kind of worse because she gets neglected most of the time. But I think, like a lot of pros have said, you guys may have seen it, her tactical being her smoke is rendered useless now. Because there's so many wall hack abilities in the game. Her smoke doesn't do a difference. So I'm going to put her in B tier, Bangalore. Because I feel like she's not underpowered. But like the other legends in B tier, I feel like a slight buff or a rework couldn't go astray. Let's talk about Pathfinder. Pathfinder just needs a new passive. Just give him a passive. I would go and put him in A tier because at the moment I still think he's very balanced. Just leave him how he is. Just give him a passive. Something. Like being able to heal on ziplines, I don't think is that bad. I don't think he's going to be overpowered if he's able to heal on a zipline. Alright, let's talk about Lifeline. Now Lifeline obviously doesn't receive much love. Maybe a little buff to her care package, but honestly, who gives a crap about her care package? I did see Archtux. If you guys actually follow him, make sure to go subscribe to him actually. He's been popping off lately on YouTube. But he made a cool little concept video of a drone tactical. Instead of her using her drone to heal up her teammates, it brings up the shield. And I think that's an awesome tactical. Honestly, the community of Apex make up some great ideas that Respawn need to listen to, because that is an awesome idea that you can just bring up a drone shield as your tactical ability. It's kind of like Gibraltar. She doesn't have the auto resing. Like, if you get rid of the auto resing, let her have fast heals and let her tactical be the shield. Perfect. But for now, she needs a rework. So I'm going to put Lifeline in C tier. Now let's talk about Wraith. Now this is going to be an interesting one for Wraith. I feel like everyone thinks Wraith is overpowered or she's never been good and she's crap. I feel like Wraith is perfectly fine the way she is. I don't think she needs any sort of changes whatsoever. Wraith will go in A tier. And I can't wait to read all your comments. Remember guys, this is just my opinion, alright? Make sure to let me know down in the comment section what you guys believe, okay? I'm not opposed to listening to differing opinions. Let's talk about Bloodhound. Obviously, Bloodhound got the great prestige skin that cost $300, $170, whatever. I don't like how Bloodhound can wall hack so easily. other legends in the game that have the wall hack abilities, like Seer, like Crypto, you have to actually do something to get it. All Bloodhound has to do is scan, and Bloodhound knows what is happening. Everything. Bloodhound knows everything in the game. There needs to be some changes to Bloodhound. I still feel that Bloodhound is a little bit overpowered and could use a little bit of a nerf. So for that, I'm going to put Bloodhound in S tier. And finally, we get to Gibraltar, the big boy. They just need to nerf him somewhere. If it's his tactical, being able to throw down his dome, he's too hard to kill in a 1v1. Something needs to give. Again, I'm talking about Archtux. If you guys haven't followed him, go subscribe to him. I'll link him actually down in the description because I'm talking about him so much. Being able, because he made a concept, I think a lot of you guys may have seen it. The Dome of Gibraltar has health points. I think it was only like 200 or like 300. But I mean, if they had it to 1,000 or 1,500, that's fine. At least the dome can be destroyed. Gibraltar, at the moment, I feel like is overpowered and does need some nerfs. So, like I said, any legend that I feel like is a little bit overpowered, I'm going to chuck in S tier, and Gibraltar's no different. But yeah, guys, that is my Season 12 Apex Legend tier list. Now, guys, again, I reiterate this is just my opinion. So make sure to let me know down in the comment section what your opinion is, because I'm actually quite interested to hear about your opinion on the current Legend meta. I think it's pretty good at the moment, but I feel like the Legend meta in Apex has been much worse. So I feel like this is actually a pretty good spot Apex have been in. Little buff, little nerf here and there, and I think real good. But that is all from me, guys. Make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with the daily Apex Legends content. But anyway, guys, DYLIEDOG will catch us all later.